Welcome home, Emily, from Barcelona.
And I've got a Millie's cookie.
Wow.
I'm going to tuck into right now
We've just surprised you with it.
and talk about Barcelona.
Let's go.
So I've got my Millie's cookie and now we're going to talk about all my experience in Barcelona.
Yeah, cool. This looks yummy, doesn't it?
It does look
So nice. It looks really, really nice. I mean, we've had Millie's cookie quite a few times, to be fair. Birthdays and events and things like that. But it is actually really good, it's Millie's cookie, isn't it? And they do a really good job with all the decorating. Right, let's start talking about Barcelona. So actually, if you're new to this channel, because it might be that you're watching this video because you've been following our channel for a little while and watching quite a lot of our videos, or it might be that you've clicked on it to do with, you know, Barcelona itself. So we're definitely going to get to information about Barcelona itself, Tossa De Mar, which is the resort that Emily stayed in, which is further out of Barcelona. So a little bit about that, about the whole travelling aspect. So if anyone was interested in terms of if you did, not that everybody's going to be going on a coach trip, but just travelling aspects and through France, through Spain and things like that. So, and the hotel that you stayed in as well, just in case anyone was interested. So we are going to go over quite a few things in this video. So let's start.
Let's go.
So, Barcelona sights. So, what did you actually see?
So I'll just go from the days.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to buy my cookie if that's alright.
Yes, ma'am. How beautiful is it? Gorgeous. On the first day we didn't actually go out of Barcelona because we arrived to Tossa De Mar at like 2. So we just went around the shops in Tossa De Mar and went around like that resort area, and that was cool. But then
when
Barcelona
when you went into Barcelona itself,
which was the next day. So the first site I went to see was the new camp, which actually I think is getting refurbished, or there's something that is like closed off, so you can't actually go inside.
Yeah, because that was a shame that you couldn't go into the actual ground, the actual stadium, because we thought that that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people were excited to do that, weren't they? And that's exactly what we thought you were doing. But you didn't. But it was more like a virtual thing. Experience. Yeah. So was that really good then?
Personally, I'm not really bothered about it. I filmed loads with my dad. But personally, it's not really my cup of tea because I'm not really loving football.
No, but anyone who likes football, and especially,
yeah, it was really good.
You know, Spanish side and stuff, then you'd be interested in seeing it.
To be fair, it was amazing, but personally, as a football person, I mean, people that I know are football people.
I think I just slurped my tea. Sorry, apologies.
Some of my friends are football fans and they really, really enjoyed it. But personally, if I was a football fan, I don't think they did that much. It was like
for the immersive experience.
One room of just trophies and shirts, but it was just one room, and then you went to watch this like 5-minute video.
I wonder how expensive that is.
It just, I think it was about £20 for just a basic tour.
Right, okay, because obviously anything Emily did, because it was done as part of a school trip, we just paid one price for her to do all these different things. But yeah, it'd be interesting to sort of see how expensive that would be. So if somebody is watching our video who'd be interested in doing that, if you absolutely love football, then I'm guessing it's still worth doing. Or have a look on, I imagine there'll be websites and information out there that you can look at to see when will it be finished in terms of renovation, you know, in terms of maybe seeing it another time, I don't know.
It was good.
Because it might have spoilt the experience really, might it, if you were looking forward to that. But probably good if you're really into football.
And there was a big Barcelona store as well. Yeah. Which is
I imagine you won't be going unless you're interested in football really to go there. And you said there was a big shop, so you bought a couple of things, didn't you? You bought a pen for your dad and a bag of things. But let's move on to something that I've seen, which is the SAGRADA FAMILIA. Yeah. Which is amazing, amazing architecture, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. It was really, really good to see it all. It was a really beautiful building. I really enjoyed it. And the gift shop afterwards was nice as well. And you could go like a museum-y kind of bit. It was quite nice. But we had a tour guide. And I'm not going to lie, I think I fell asleep. Stood up. It was the
but you've got to be really interested. I suppose from a teenager's perspective.
I'm not too fussed about... I am fussed about history, but sometimes if it's a bit...
if it goes on a lot. Yeah. I can get where you're coming from. From a teenager's perspective, they're probably not always going to take everything in, are you? And probably excited about being with your friends and getting outside in the sunshine and things like that. But the actual, I mean, we haven't been inside it. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we
the
only saw it
actual
from outside.
inside is beautiful. It's all like stained glass windows. It looks lovely.
And you've taken footage of this, which is going to follow in another video. So in terms of the Sagrada Familia, was it like really busy? Was it like lots of different groups of people?
It was quite busy, but obviously it's a massive space. So it was, you couldn't move around easily. It was fine.
Because I haven't been inside it, you see, so I don't know what.
We were like, there was 50
it's
children.
It's like a massive
there.
cathedral-y kind of thing.
Yeah, there was like 50 children. We could all move around easy.
But there'll be other groups, wouldn't there?
But yeah, there was quite a few people, but because it's so big, it was just kind of a struggle.
Yeah. So you enjoyed going to see it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I know it is more the architecture, and anyone out there that's going to Barcelona, I think that's the top site to see. In terms of just what it looks like and the experience of it. That's definitely something that me and your dad really like to see from the outside. Yeah. We haven't really seen an awful lot of the other sites that you did. So you moved on the next day, didn't you? Where did you go? You did 2 other places.
So we did the POBLE ESPANYOL.
Yeah, so we haven't done that.
Which was kind of like a museum place. It was really good actually. You could, from one of the sites at top, you could see the whole of Barcelona. And it was really, really cool. There was lots of like, there weren't churches, but they were like antique ruined kind of places. You could see where they've been like ruined, where they've been invaded and stuff like that.
So a lot of history then.
Yeah, ruins and stuff.
Yeah.
There was lots of shops. There was like ice creams and smoothie shops and stuff like that to get food from.
Oh, lovely.
And different stuff like that. It was actually pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Quite enjoyed that. And then after that we went to PARC GUELL, which was really cool. There was like gingerbread houses. And the gift shops in there were really cool.
I think that's what I saw on the pictures at school set.
Yeah.
I saw some like little housing kind of things, and they really look like gingerbread houses. Is that what they're based upon then? Is that kind of what? Oh, right, that's what they look like.
greenery around.
Yeah, they look beautiful. Yeah, they're really nice. So what do you think to Barcelona as a whole, really?
Oh, we did the last Ramblas as well, that street.
Oh, of course you did. Yeah, the shopping street. Yeah. Did you buy
I
much
didn't do much
from around
To be fair, I went into Sephora, McDonald's, Primark, and that was it. We only had an hour and a half, so there wasn't a lot to do.
I did say to Emily as well, anyone that has been watching our videos more recently in terms of the Primark vlogs that we've done, or if you're new to our channel, go check out our Primark vlogs that we've done. Yeah. But it was really funny because when she came back and she was saying, well, I went into Primark, and I said, well, why didn't you start vlogging on your phone? But no, she didn't want to do that in Primark, which I can't blame her, really. I mean, you're not going to do that with your friends, are you, and things like that. But I thought that was really funny because I didn't expect her to be going into Primark in Barcelona.
Yeah,
no, but you said it was about 8 floors, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Because I think there was 1 down below, and then I think it was like 5 going up.
Wow, okay. So if anybody wants us to travel around the world and doing Primark vlogs, then we definitely could, couldn't we?
Oh my God.
I don't have enough money to go around the world doing Primark vlogs.
Barcelona was good.
Overall, would you return like with us? Because we loved it in Barcelona.
I will return.
So Barcelona's beach is really lovely.
Yeah.
You didn't see that, did you? Or did you see it?
Yeah,
but you didn't go on it. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, because when we went, we did go to the beach and we did shopping and restaurants.
But ours was like a school trip, so we weren't like.
Yeah, you were guided by exactly the sites that you were seeing, weren't you? Really, and things, but. Yeah, I think Barcelona.
Thanks, Mum.
Okay then, Emily. I think Barcelona as a whole is really good in the sense that it's city life, but beach life. So I think it's got a mixture of the two. So you definitely go back if me and your dad decided we'd take you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we will go definitely another time.
Yeah.
And see the sites all again and see more because we haven't seen everything. We only did it very, very quickly really when me and your dad went. But as a whole, Barcelona is really lovely. What did you think in terms of, or how did you manage, should I say? How did you manage with all the heat, with the heat wave?
It was like 42 degrees. I did manage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, sometimes it was unbearably hot and then sometimes it was like, this is alright. And after a few days, you kind of got used to it.
I think everywhere is having a heat wave though. In the whole of the world, Europe and everywhere, except in England. Because currently right now, it has been for a while, just raining and not that warm. And
fun.
Not very nice summer so far, is it?
No.
And how did you find it in terms of, so anyone watching, in terms of going in the summer, was it unbearably busy? Or did you find it okay? I think we found it okay.
It was fun.
Yeah.
That's Ramblas was quite busy.
Yeah, that's a really popular area,
But
isn't
obviously,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
the
busyness not
sight's
too bad, and the heat you manage, considering there is a heat wave. So now if you want to talk about less of pinching my cookie, thank you. Well, actually, it was your cookie, really, wasn't it? I bought it for you. Delicious Millie's cookie, absolutely gorgeous, really love it. What was I going to say?
Tossa De Mar.
That's it. The resort that actually Emily stayed in, so it was a couple of hours, wasn't it, on a coach outside Barcelona?
It was like an hour and a half, but with traffic it was like 2 hours.
Yeah,
depending on where you were, because if we went to New Camp, it was like 1 hour and a half. But then from the New Camp, we then had to travel to SAGRADA FAMILIA, which is another like 15-20 minutes. Then all the way back was then 2 hours. So yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that long. I thought it would be like at least like an hour-ish, but it was like more towards 2, and it was like, we just travelled 28.
Like my last bit of cooking.
You are amazing, you
are. But what did you think of Tossa De Mar? Because the little bits that you showed me in terms of footage and pictures and things like that, it looks really pretty.
Oh my God.
It looks quite a beautiful little Spanish place.
Not nice.
Actually, was it little or was it quite big?
Little-ish, but it was.
Yeah.
It was alright. It was like a quite big square. The beach was pebbled, but it was a really nice beach. The pebbles, if you think sand's hot after being in the heat, the pebbles.
Oh no, was that another level?
I felt like my feet were on fire.
Right, okay. So you went to the beach there, and then did you go around little shops and
the shops?
Did you notice, again, for anyone out there that's maybe watching this to do with Barcelona? Obviously, I know you can only give so much information because you're on a school trip, not like with your family where you're going out for meals and things like that. But did you notice? Because I would have thought, just from the bits that I saw, it looked quite like a nice Spanish place. Was there lots of restaurants and things, like nice places you could eat and have a drink or
there was
coffee?
There was ice cream places, a lot of souvenir shops, like, you know, where you can get like ankle bracelets and stuff like that. There was lots of...
Random, but anyway.
I love ankle bracelets, thank you very much. That's the best part of holiday.
Perfect.
There was lots of like little restaurants.
Yeah.
That looked quite cute and Spanishy.
That's what I
They're
mean.
more like family run.
Yeah. So if we went, or you know, anyone watching went, in terms of a holiday resort, do you think from where places we've taken you, it looks quite a nice place to go?
To be fair, some of the places where we went, some of the streets were like Mamma Mia. Like the white, and there was like vines, and it looked lovely.
Well, Mamma Mia's the wrong country.
I know it is.
You know what I mean?
It looked like that Mamma Mia street.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like really authentic-y.
Yeah.
Looking, yeah.
I know Mamma Mia's saying Greece.
She had to think about that then.
Greece.
Yeah, we're talking about Spain, not Greece. But what I was trying to get at is, because I haven't been there, how did you find it in terms of, were the things around quite clearly there was then, like little restaurants and cafes?
If you, personally, we're going to go more into the hotel, but if you got a different hotel, I think you could stay there for a week.
Yeah.
And there's a beach there, you probably have a pool in your hotel.
Yeah.
There's restaurants, there's shops, there's little places to go.
Nice.
And it's a little bit more like family kind of, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a proper holiday resort in itself. Because I've noticed it on Jet2, and I don't think it's the hotel you stayed at, but I have noticed a couple of hotels on Jet2's website that go to Tossa De Mar. So quite clearly, it is a holiday resort in itself. So by all accounts, it sounds a lovely place, very Spanishy and nice, and looks a bit like Mamma Mia set. So perfect. But shall we move on to the hotel? Because I don't think this was the greatest part, was it? Don't forget, it's a school trip, and it's going to be budget, isn't it? It's not going to be...
No, but something to a budget and budget and budget.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm going to go into the food in the hotel before I talk about the actual hotel, because the food is also a part of it, because it's obviously all-inclusive.
It wasn't massively Spanishy though, was it? But is that because it's a school trip? So because you had your breakfast and your evening meal included, but let's not forget here, with it being a school trip, you know, I mean...
When you're staying there, you can also get lunch as well, so it is all-inclusive with anyone. If anyone was wanting to stay there.
But other people that were staying in that same hotel as you, did they have the same food? Yeah. Like, it wasn't like sectioned off for the school trip?
I don't know what they had for lunch though, because we weren't there for lunch.
Okay.
But
so it maybe wasn't that Spanishy then.
No, for breakfast it was like cheese, hams, breads, croissants, yum-yums, things like that.
Fruit.
Yeah, fruit. Then there was like, for tea or dinner.
Or evening meal.
Yeah, evening meal, whatever you call it. There was like chips as standard, every single night. Some were like wedges, some were like actual like McDonald's chips, and some were more like home cooked chips.
There's nothing wrong with chips, but I suppose you don't go to Spain to have chips, do you?
No.
But from a school trips point of view, that's fine. And I did say
there's like
to you
pizza
there,
and different things like
go
that.
for chips if you're worried about what you're eating in, because you don't know what you're eating in.
One thing I must say is there was salad every night, so there was quite a lot of fruit and salad. The food, I'm not gonna lie, the breakfast, I didn't like the food really. No. Tea time, to be honest, I'd give it a 7. It actually wasn't bad. There was these ham and cheese parcel things, they were really nice. There's a few different things that they had every night. Yeah. They had some same things and some different things, and the different things were actually nice.
Yeah.
Some things were like, absolutely not. It was like burger that looked pink, so I was like, nah.
Well, it can be different, can't it? And
but yeah.
Everybody's taste is different, but the hotel, we need to point out here what hotel we're talking about.
Hotel Continental, which is in Tossa De Mar. So it's kind of, I think it's...
Is it more in the centre of Tossa De Mar?
It's probably about 10-minute walk to the centre.
Okay.
It's not that far.
So it could be on other sites out there, and I think it is like a 2-star hotel.
It is 2.
Yeah.
And there's 3.
Is
it? It's 3.
Right, okay.
I think it is 3.
Okay.
So
do you want to talk about the room?
The bathroom, to start with.
To be truthful though, in all honesty, I don't think you probably need to go through too much about the hotel.
I won't.
No, just say a few things about the hotel, but not... and I tell you the reason why is because Emily went on a school trip, and in all fairness, it's probably not fair to the school, or I don't want to put anything out there. Do you see what I mean?
It was the worst hotel I've ever stayed in, but I've stayed in like 3-4 star hotels. This was probably...
We've stayed in basic places. We have. So in terms of basic accommodation, what Emily's trying to refer to, that she hasn't stayed anywhere that basic before. In all fairness, where we stay in Fuerteventura, in a place called Coralejo, we stay in a place called Dunas Club. I've done a review on that. All my videos to do with Coralejo are all out there, so anyone who hasn't watched them, go check them out if you're interested in Fuerteventura. That's a basic place that we've stayed for many years, but do you think it's because we're used to it, and it's clean, it's safe, it's just, you do get what you get, but I think it's a really nice place to stay, but it's still only a 3-star hotel. So I think what I'm getting at is, for many years we've stayed in 3-star places, nothing wrong with that.
It's just...
Yeah.
I'll go on to explain.
In all honesty as well, to just put it out there, our last holiday to Turkey, we stayed in a 5-star hotel, we stayed in a Sea Star resort. Go check those videos out as well if you haven't already. In all honesty, Emily, you've gone from that and then you've gone to a 2-star, quite basic hotel.
To be honest, I'm not bothered. If it's literally a bed and a chair, I'm happy. And a shower and a toilet.
Will you work quite happy, will you?
No, but there has to be some level. So in the bathroom, everything... It looked like something out of 1930s. There was blue tiles and that looked like they had not been changed. I don't even want to say how many years. Everything was scrubbed. You know, like is it the grout lines? They were like yellow.
Yes, it probably needs a good refurb, to be honest, doesn't it?
The showers, I turned it on. It literally flung up in the air, flooded the room. I'm not even joking. It was seeping out of the bathroom. I could put my ankle in the water. That's how bad it was.
Do you think with it being
awful,
a school trip, I'm just thinking, because you don't pay, it is still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, and for families out there that are on a budget, and when they send the children on trips, it is a lot of money. I'm not saying, I don't want to offend anyone by saying it's not a lot of money of what we paid, but in all honesty, for her to travel that far, go to the sites in Barcelona and stay in a hotel and have some food, I personally don't think we've paid that much money. We don't need to divulge what we've paid or anything, because it's to do with school and we don't want to talk or bring the school into it. But in all honesty, we've not paid that much money. I just wonder if in the hotel they separate certain areas for school trips. And do you think other guests get better experience?
We had a whole floor.
Yeah, but do you think other guests get better experience maybe in the hotel?
Maybe, but our room was quite small. There was just 2 beds pushed together. But I didn't really mind that. You know, I was with my friends anyway, so it was fine.
So really, it was basic, but it was manageable.
The worst part was our beds. In my friend's bed, there was like these black marks, right? And then she pulled it further down, and there was like this slimy, sluggy, dead fly in the bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
I would personally never go back there.
No, I mean, we wouldn't book there. I mean, certainly based on what you've said.
The lift
too much
broke down probably about 15 times. We were in there.
Oh dear.
They didn't seem nice. We wrote them a letter and they wrote back. And they were nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
that's
the best.
Cute.
I was with my friend, right? And we were then on Google Translate and then I was writing down all the Spanish because there was no way I could
Did you
write.
teach your Sally to do that?
No.
Oh.
We just wrote it.
That's really nice.
We asked them if they could change the towels because we'd used so many to mop up the floor. Because I flew in the bathroom in the shower.
Well, yeah, and the first thing you're going to do is put your towels down. That's a really nice idea, though, that you wrote to the cleaners.
And they wrote back in Spanish, so then we were getting our Google Translate out.
So probably the staff were probably really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest, it was probably just a really basic hotel and not the greatest experience for you, but I think because you've been to other places, and especially coming from a Turkey 5-star hotel, you're going to notice a difference in all honesty.
Definitely.
But anyway, let's just talk the very last thing about the travelling and overall what were your thoughts and things like that. So what about your travelling first? Should we just talk a little bit about...
We had to do 28 hours on a coach to go to Barcelona.
Rather you than me.
And 28 hours back. I haven't been on a ferry before. Going on the coach, I did feel a bit sick. Because I do get a bit of travel sickness.
Yeah.
I had like wristbands, travel sickness tablets. On the ferry, it was quite rocky and a bit swayy, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt a bit sick. But so did all my friends. We were all like a bit whoa.
It can be like that.
Felt like a bit of a whoa moment.
So what about if we ever decided, just talking about ferries and things like that, what about if we ever decided to go on a cruise?
To be honest, I wouldn't mind it.
Or something. Do you reckon? Would you like a cruise? No. I haven't booked a cruise. I'm just putting it out there. I've not booked a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. I have been on boats. I've been on like P&O ferries to various different places.
It wasn't bad. I would go on one.
Would you?
Yeah, and then I'll say about coming back. On the ferry, I didn't feel sick once. It was, I think the waves were a bit more choppy. Because honestly,
it depends on your crossing though, to be honest. It totally depends on your crossing.
I did not feel anything.
I'd like to do a Disney cruise.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
And then on
maybe
the coach
just a cruise
transfer,
going somewhere, you know.
Yeah, coach transfer. The coach going back. I didn't feel sick once. So maybe it cured my fear of travelling.
Yeah. Because you weren't looking forward to that. Well,
who
would be really, to be honest, to go that far? And I imagine it. I mean, anyone who's still watching this video, thanks for still watching and putting up with us chatting all about random things, as well as what we should be talking about. We're kind of going off on a tangent a little bit, aren't we? So thank you for watching this far, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. But yeah, in terms of who's watching this video, you might not be going on a long coach trip. You might just be flying to Barcelona.
This is just my experience
like that. Yeah. But for people that are watching our channel, that are watching in terms of what's Emily's got up to and how did she feel, that's why we're sort of saying about the travelling.
I could go again with my friends or just you guys, just you and my dad.
Yeah.
I would 100% do it. If it's only tomorrow, you're going tomorrow, I'd do it.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
So it hasn't really put you off then?
No.
And you had a lovely time with your friends?
Going, oh my gosh, when I left the school in that coach, I was so scared because I genuinely thought I was going to be sick. I felt so ill.
Yeah.
But
I felt sick all week because I missed you that much and I was worried about you. I know. Well, I was worried about you. I just wanted to make sure you were okay and things like that, and just I don't know. I think as a parent, you do think of these things, don't you? But overall, you would do it again.
I'm gonna rate the whole holiday out of 10. Yeah. I'm not gonna do different aspects. I'm just gonna rate the holiday. I'm gonna rate it a 7.5.
Yeah, all right, okay, that's pretty good.
There was some parts that absolutely no.
Mainly the hotel.
And there was
and parts.
And then some parts that were like, And then I was with my friends. I had fun. We had laughs.
That's brilliant.
And it was just a bit of a breakaway. And the heat, I got a bit of a tan. It was lovely.
To be fair though, the start of this video, if anyone noticed, when I presented you with the cookie. At the start of the video, which was yesterday, because what we did is Emily came back, I presented her with a cookie, so I wanted, before she started eating the cookie, I wanted to get the cookie on video and showing you.
I'm not gonna lie.
But you looked terrible, to be honest. You went straight to bed, didn't you? Yeah. So we started the video properly again.
So tired. It's the first school trip I've actually done, let alone go to another country.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, I've done a few school trips, but nothing like that
Only
big.
Day trips.
Yeah.
You've never ever gone.
Staying overnight.
And to be honest, for a long time, I think because of the pandemic and things like that, it's slowed everything down, hasn't it? For you, in terms of, you know, friendships, sleepovers, things like that. Like that hasn't really been a thing for the last few years for you. So I think this was a really big deal, really, for you. So
it was really cool. I enjoyed it.
I'm excited to have you home.
Thank you.
I'm pleased that you're back in one piece and you're fine and you've had a lovely time.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching this video. I'll let Emily finish it off.
So I'm going to end the video here now. So make sure you subscribe to our channel if you liked this content, and we've got heaps more holiday content and different things like that. Definitely some more coming your way as well.
Yep, there is some more.
Yes. So make sure you like this video if you enjoyed, and my next video is going to be me in Barcelona showing you like the sights, videos, pictures, lots of different things I did. Bye everyone!
See you later.